Yes, my brother. How's it going? It's been a few days since we last spoke because I haven't really had that much to share. I don't want to force myself to come on camera every single day just to post content. I want to sit down and talk when I actually have something to say. Yeah, these past few days, I can't lie, they haven't been great. And it's all because of my execution. I've still been getting something done. I've still been showing up, right? But something's been off. I've been stuck in a bit of analysis paralysis because once again, I've fallen into the classic trap of having too much information and too many choices. That has all changed because this morning it's been crazy. It's just been banger after banger, task after task, flow state, momentum, just ticking everything off. And the main reason for this is because these last few days have been a bit dry, a bit dull. I haven't really pushed it very hard. And so I've been like storing all of this frustration that I'm not fucking hammering it. And last night I made a task list that was so much more detailed than what I'd been doing previously. You see, before I'd been, writing down like 4 or 5 execution habits, that will move me forward towards my goals of building a coaching business and making this my life and my life's work. Making a living, helping others, essentially. And a lot of the overthinking came because of this particular mentorship I'm in right now. It's in defiance with a lot of the other information I've been consuming, which has sort of led me to a sort of state of, what do I do? But anyway, enough about that. I was talking about the task list, right? Before, I would only have a few tasks that I would sort of potter around and tick off as a day. But yesterday, I made a task list that was way more step by step, and it actually had time frames associated with them, which, my goodness, is such a game changer, because once you put time constraints on yourself, you become so much more efficient. My goal was to sit down and film this video before 9 a.m. and would you guess it, it's almost 9 a.m. so we'd better get cracking, haven't we? So yeah, today I wanted to talk to you about a strange thing I've noticed. It's weird to see a lot of people, when you look around and you observe, some people literally do the same things but get wildly different results. How is that possible? What do I mean by this? Can I give an example? Sure. I was at the gym today and I was looking around and wondering, my goodness, some of these guys have been coming here for years. They train the same amount of days that I train. Some of them train more than me. They spend just as long, if not longer, at the gym than me. And yet, they've stayed the same. Their physique still looks mid. They haven't progressed. And I can only imagine that this stagnation is leading into the rest of their life. So there's some kind of variable that is not just consistency and showing up. What could that variable be? Before, I reveal the spoiler, let me talk to you a little bit about my equation of reality, as I like to call it, my mutation formula, you could say. So, obviously, you are responsible for creating your reality. The outside world has absolutely no effect, because what you see up here is what you see out there. And what you create up here is what you create out there. And so you are made up of habits and beliefs. What you do and what you think, that makes up who you are. Obviously, I'm speaking in very simple terms, because if you start diving into psychology and like who you actually are, it becomes an absolute mess. It's a rabbit hole that has absolutely no ending. You know, once you stare into the void and all of that noise, which is not the point of the video. I don't want to start getting all deep. But anyway, you're made up of your habits and your beliefs, which create your reality. But how is it that sometimes two people have the exact same habits and beliefs, and yet their results are wildly different? Like magnitudes different. Some may be just, you know, plodding along, making slow and steady progress, you know, still not stagnating, not declining, but not where they want to be. And yet there are others who shoot up exponentially in all they do. What is the one variable that makes a difference once habits and beliefs have been accounted for? Obviously, it's intensity, because intensity is the ultimate multiplier of your efforts. Like at the gym, like when you're doing work, like when you're making love to your woman, you know. It's, you know, how aggressively you attack your life will be the difference between staying mediocre, just above average, or excelling, becoming exceptional, a rare individual who is a threat in any area. It's fucking intensity! And I'm sorry for swearing, I'm sorry for shouting. It's just that word, man. The word intensity. It just makes me, it just makes me feel some kind of way. And what do you do if you've been, you know, going through the motions like a floppy, mopey sod, like a flaccid willy, and you've been living life without any intensity, without any aggression? How the hell do you escape that? Because I've been there, man. I've been just, you know, that guy who's just trying his best. I'm just doing what I can. And what actually made the difference between that sorry state of a human versus the way I am now, which it definitely can't be said. You know, you can say a lot of things about me, but you can't say that I'm lacking intensity. That's for sure. It's interesting to think about, because it's been a journey. Definitely, it's been an accumulation of many different habits, but it all begins by just getting absolutely sick of the way you've been living. You have to get so disgusted with yourself that you just think enough is enough. I can't keep going on like this. And, you know, a few months back, I was about to turn 24 back in August. And, you know, as the days were progressing, I was looking in the mirror and I was just looking at myself with more and more loathing, with more and more disgust. And something had to change, right? Because back then I was still looking for a way out of the mediocre life. I was still, you know, thinking about it. I was, you know, stuck in analysis paralysis, looking at all these options. Oh, do I build a B2B service business? Oh, well, what service should I offer? Do I do drop shipping? I was completely focused on the wrong things. I was focused on the what and not the who I had to become in order to achieve whatever I wanted in whatever I wanted. And even throughout this time, I sort of had the feeling that I had to become the guy first, but I still couldn't do it for some reason. Something was holding me back. It was my lack of intensity. That's it. As soon as I made the commitment to start waking up at 5 a.m. every single day without any fail, no matter how tired I was, no matter how little I slept last night, that was the catalyst for the most dramatic transformation I've ever been through, because I was already going to the gym, right? I was already, going through cycles where I was trying to eat clean and then falling off and binging. I was, flopping around, looking into this side hustle, looking into this business, just being a drifting man, as I like to call it. Being a wanderer without any clear plan, any clear purpose. But those 5 a.m. wake-ups, coupled with a cold shower, that sort of flipped the switch, that started dialing up my intensity. Nowadays, I wake up at 4:19, and I'm probably going to set it for 4 a.m. just to make it nice and clean. But yeah, before 5 a.m., that's all that matters. Before 5 a.m. is the only thing that actually started to chisel me into becoming someone who could apply more intensity. After this 5 a.m. cold showers began a cascade effect. It started my day with more momentum. It allowed me to go into the gym before work and attack with a lot more ferocity, because I wasn't just dragging myself into the gym at the last minute just to get it done. I was actually going in there with aggression and a plan and a goal. That makes all the difference. It's so much easier to apply intensity when you have a direction and an objective in order to apply your intensity towards. That's exactly what I should have said at the start when I asked how does one increase intensity. But if you made it this far and you've been through the whole ramble, then we ended up here anyway, and I'm glad it happened this way regardless. But anyway, I think I don't want to keep on spewing for too much longer, otherwise I'll just devolve into incoherence and just chaos, which is not what I want. If you're sick of flopping around like a flaccid penis and you want to get some more intensity in your life, you need to set a goal, a vision that actually means a lot to you. Not stealing the plan of your favorite influencer or the entrepreneur guru who's telling you what side hustle to start. No, this needs to be a goal that is aligned to who you are and what intrinsically drives you. To figure that out, let's hop on a call, because I've developed this process called Finding Your Why. I mean, I didn't come up with a name, right? That was Simon Sinek, of course, but my guided session in which I ask you a series of questions, I'll be honest, it's better. It's better than Simon Sinek's questions. It is what it is. I don't make the rules, but people are loving it. I've done that with clients, and hopefully I'll help you out with that as well. So book a call in the link below, or if you're ready to just join my coaching program without talking, maybe there'll be a Stripe payment link. If not, message me on Instagram and say money, and we'll sign you up to the program without any sales call. But that's besides the point. The video's over. Farewell, my brother.